I'm your tutor that I will take the training for the UI and the Java. Okay. So first, I will discuss the total content, that is total topic, how many topics we will covered, and then I move towards the first topic. Okay, so in this session, that is in this whole training, we will cover the first UI part, that is basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In UI, this is a three basic thing: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So, first HTML overview. What is the basic tags, basic elements, and formatting tags? We will cover in first 90 minutes. It means in first session. After that, we will cover table tags in the HTML. After that, one session for the CSS. Then in fourth, I will go to the form tag. There are different form tags are there, and there are different input types are there in the form tag. So we will cover that. Then we will cover the list tag. UL is like another list, order list, how to create that and how to show that all list on the UI. We will cover that. Then after that, we will cover a JavaScript. JavaScript, it means we are adding the dynamism in the static UI HTML. So we will cover a JavaScript, how many types of JavaScripts are there, how many types of how can you insert a JavaScript in HTML, how to place that, what are the variables are there, what do you mean by inner HTML, what do you mean by inner text, how can you access the data from HTML to JavaScript. We will cover all those things. After that, we will cover a basic loopings, that is if else, while loop, do while loop, and we will do a small programmings based on the JavaScript. Then I will touch HTML5, that is advanced, a latest version of the HTML. And in HTML5, I will cover new tags which is added in HTML5 and the new input types which is added in the HTML file. And HTML5 is support audio video files very nicely with the help of a single tag. So we will see that also in HTML5 lecture. After covering this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and in between a daily, I will give you one assignment, so you have to cover that. And daily, I will give you a 90 minutes to each lecture. And one thing I want to clear you that if you have any question about the lecture, so you can WhatsApp me, I will reply on that, or you can mail me. After that, we will cover a Java. First, we will start with the Java basic and then gradually we will go to the Java advanced part. In Java basic, I'm starting with very basic things, that is a theoretical part of the Java. That is what is Java, why we are using Java, what is JDK, what is JRE, that is Java Development Kit, Java Runtime Environment, what is JVM, what is the use of that, how you are how JVM support garbage collection and other stuffs, and we will create a very small hello world program in the Java. After in next session, I will cover Java variables. There are two types of Java variables are there. It is called as the primitive Java variables and non-primitive Java variables. That we will cover that. We will cover a control statement. Control statement, it means the if else and other things. Then we will cover a looping statement, that is while, do while, for. This is same as the JavaScript. A syntax for the JavaScript while loop, do while loop, and for loop is same as the Java. And then we will cover a switch, break statement, continue statement, what is the use of break, what is the use of continue, and other things, and how to take an input from user in Java. Then in next session, I'm going to cover a small, very short programmings like very small programs like factorial program, a number is even or not, taking a number from the user and display that this number is prime number or not, what is a polynomial string, a question which is very frequently asked for the programming. I will cover that all in the next. And in between for each topic when I covered, so if there is a interview question on that topic, so I will tell that questions also, that on this topic this much interview question can be asked. After that, we will move towards the OOPS concept of the Java. That is, there are four basic OOPS concept of the Java. That is, OOPS means object-oriented programming concept. That is Java polymorphism, Java abstraction, Java inheritance. So we will cover that. That is, what is those concept, how we are inheriting the data from the parent class. We will see that in the programming, and everything we will see in the programming part also. Then Java polymorphism. There are two basic concepts in the Java polymorphism, is method overloading and method overriding. So what is the difference between method overloading and method overriding, and how we will achieve the Java polymorphism? We will cover that. Polymorphism means what? We are making many forms of the same function or same method. So we will see that. Then abstraction. We will achieve the abstraction with the help of abstract class and the interface. So we will see how we are achieving the abstraction with the help of abstract class and interface. What do you mean by interface? What do you mean by abstract class? And how we are implementing that. Then we will cover array part of the OOPS. Actually, array, if you people know the C++, then it is not very difficult. But if you don't know, so it is a new part for you. So that's why I'm spending total 90 minutes on this. After that, we will cover the exception handling. Exception handling is the advanced feature of the Java. So from this point of advanced features of the Java is started. We will cover exception handling, how to handle the exception. Exception means errors. How to handle the runtime error in the Java. For that, Java support the exception handling. For that, Java have the try catch finally blocks. And how to implement that, we will see in exception handling. What is the difference between throw and throws? You will see that. A general ask question is what is the difference between final, finally, and finalizer. We will see that also in our exception handling class. After that, we will see Java multi-threading. There we will see how to create the thread. There are two ways we can create a thread in the Java. That is with the help of thread class, and that is with the help of runnable method. So we will see that also in Java multi-threading. Then we move towards the Java collection part. Like in collection is a big part of the advanced Java. Collection is one interface, a very big interface. Inside that we have different interfaces like list, array, hash. So we will see all the interfaces and what is the difference between that and how to implement that in the two lectures. That's why I'm assigning two lectures of the Java collection. After that, we move towards the Java JDBC, that how to connect a Java to MySQL. Actually, generally for demonstration, I will use a MySQL. You can connect with the Oracle also. You can connect with the other SQL or other databases also. So I will show you how to connect with the SQL, how to create a query, how to fetch the data from database in the Java JDBC class. Here actually I add some thing, that is Java 8 feature, functional interface and lambda expression. I'm adding this because there are lots of questions in many interviews. I heard the question like what is functional interface? What is the use of functional interface? How you implement a functional interface? What is the use of lambda expression? How we are using lambda expression? So there are many in many interviews this question on functional interface and lambda expression is asked. That's why I will give you theoretical knowledge of the functional interface and the lambda expression. After that, with the help of all this concept, that is with the help of all total Java and advanced Java concept, we will build a very small project with the help of UI and the Java both. That is a doctor appointment project. There we will connect our UI part with the Java part. After that, we move towards the J2EE features, that is Spring and Spring Boot. So here I will explain what is Spring, what is the use of Spring, how we are setting up the Spring framework, and then I will see the advanced. I will tell you what is the Spring modules and how to create a Spring application in the Eclipse. One thing actually, for total UI, for the total training, I'm using the Eclipse as my IDE. For HTML also I'm using Eclipse. For Java also I'm using Eclipse. For advanced Java, for Spring, Spring Boot, for AngularJS, for Angular 2, for everything I'm using Eclipse. Okay, so my request, you all set up a Eclipse Enterprise version in your PC for practice. So after the Spring first introductory class, we will move towards the how to use a Spring Bean Factory, how to use Spring application context. This is like we can say we can use a Spring Factory or we can use application context. So with the help of both, we can implement our Spring Boot application. What is Spring DI? DI is dependency injection. So we will cover what is IOC, that is inversion of control container, and how inversion of control container will use the dependency injection or will implement the dependency injection. And what is the use of dependency injection? Because this is very important topic in the Spring. Then after that, we will come to the Spring AOP, that is aspect oriented programming, and there are many annotations are there. With the help of that annotation, we will implement the aspect oriented programming in Spring. After, we will come to the Spring MVC, that is my model view controller part, that is Spring MVC implementation and their multiple controllers. Then we covered Spring JDBC, that is Spring JDBC. They have a different style to connect than Java. In Java, we are opening the connection, we are performing some database actions, and then closing the connection. But in Spring, there is no need to open the connection, there is no need to close the connection. Spring provide a very good framework for the JDBC part. So we will see that also. And the same application we are creating the Java, we create the same application with the help of Spring also. Then we will take 2 lectures or 3 lectures for the Spring Boot features, where I will show you what is the difference between Spring and Spring Boot, how we are implementing the Spring Boot application in Eclipse, and what is different annotations are there, what is the different properties, what is different actuators. There are actuators also in this Spring Boot, and there are some starters also. So we will see that in our 27th lecture, Spring Boot. After that, we move towards the Angular JS and Angular 2. That is the last part of our total UI training or Java training. Here, I will tell you what is AngularJS, how we are using AngularJS, and what is the use of AngularJS, what is the basic directives of AngularJS. We will create one first small program with the help of AngularJS. Then AngularJS expression, that is double curly braces. how we are using, what is the difference between ngbind and the expression, how to use ngrepeat, like for looping in the Java, we are using for loop, do while loop. But here there is nothing like this. There is no this kind of all loops are there. Here with the help of ngrepeat, we will iterate over the array. Then after that, we will see filters. Filters is like converting the text in a different format. So we will see that AngularJS support of 5 filters, and in Angular 2 there are many filters are added in the Angular 2. So AngularJS is totally based on the MVC architecture, that is Model View Controller architecture. But Angular 2 is totally different than the AngularJS. Angular 2 is not the extended version of the AngularJS. It is, we can say, totally rewrite version of the AngularJS. So syntax for the AngularJS and Angular 2 is different. Angular 2 is totally based on the components, and AngularJS is based on the MVC architecture. So we will, after that we will cover the Angular 2 part, and in Angular 2 I will show you how to create a component, how one component is interacting with other component, how we are creating templates, how we are using template URL or we can use directly template. There are two basic directives in the AngularJS. Like there are lots of directives in AngularJS, that is ng-app, ng-bind, ng-model. But in Angular 2, we have only two directives, that is ng-if and ng-for. That we will see what is the use of that and how we are using. Like AngularJS having the two properties, that is the event binding and the property binding. So we will see that also, how we are doing event binding in AngularJS, how we are doing property binding in the AngularJS. Then we move towards the Angular 2 forms. So for forms, AngularJS will include ng-form module there, and with the help of that ng-form module, we can insert the forms in the Angular 2. There are many different services also there, which is already provided by the Angular 2. So we will see that, and we can create our own service, or we can say a custom service in Angular 2 also. Then a very basic question is asked in the Angular 2 is, that is, what is the life cycle hook for the Angular 2? So theoretically, we will see what is the life cycle hook for the Angular 2 and how to answer this question. After all those things, we will reserve one class, that is total 90 minutes for the preparation of the interview calls. Which interview question is asked, how to prepare your CV, and related other questions from your side. So this is all about my content. Now today I will start with HTML, normal HTML. And before starting with HTML, I want to tell you what is HTML, what is the use of HTML. HTML is what? HTML is hypertext markup language. HTML long form is hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language, it means this language is used to design the web pages, and which we will show on www, that is World Wide Web, that is on the browser. Now, what do you mean by markup language? Any language which is having the tags like opening tag, having some element, closing tag, like this tag, where the language which is supported by the tag, that language is called as the markup language. Like HTML is very popular markup language, like XML, that is extended HTML is also one type of markup language. XML is also one type of markup language. DHTML is also one type of markup language. So there are different markup language in the we have. So this all languages are used to create the web pages which we are displayed on the browser, that is on the World Wide Web. So here there are some abbreviations, that is what is URL. URL is unified resource location, and what is browser. Browser we are using to show the output of our HTML, and we will show the web page output on browser. So this is about the browser. Now we can use the notepad for creating HTML pages, but from starting I am using Eclipse also, because notepad will support only HTML. Notepad will not support anything, like notepad will not support Java, Spring Boot, AngularJS, but Eclipse IDE will support all the things. That is, it will support application in Spring, application in Spring Boot, application in the Java, application in AngularJS and Angular 2, all. That's why from starting only I'm using Eclipse. So for starting, I will show you how to create the first program in Eclipse. This is my Eclipse, this is my IDE version. So everyone download the enterprise version of the Eclipse. So for that, I'm going here, that is on file, just say new. From here, say project. Then add a dynamic web project. Here in the web link, there are many links is there. See, there are many types of project are there in this project. So go to the web, and after web, go to the dynamic web project. There are two types of project are here, that is static web project and dynamic web project. Static web project, it means it is a plain HTML project. Okay, plain HTML means what? We can't add any dynamism in that project. What is the difference between static and dynamic? Static means what? Whatever you want to change on your browser, like on your display web page, we have to change that according to by changing your code. Like if you want to change something on your display page, so you have to come to the code part and you have to change on coding and then refresh on your UI part. That kind of thing is called as a static. And what is dynamic? Dynamic means what? If we are changing something on your web page, then there only we will get a change output on the same web page or on the same UI. That is called as a dynamism. So with the help of plain HTML, we can't add the dynamism. For that, we are using the JavaScript. For that, we are using the advanced web application, or we can say advanced UI application like AngularJS and Angular. So like this, we will develop the web page. So I am creating here dynamic web page and I say just next. After I said next, this panel is open here. That is new dynamic web page, dynamic web project. They're asking just for the project name, because I already have in my Eclipse, I already have the Apache Tomcat server. If you don't have the Apache Tomcat server, you have to download the Apache Tomcat server. And my preference is to download the Apache Tomcat server greater than the version 8.5. We have lots of versions of the Apache Tomcat starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 and 9. So you can download, and you should download the version which is greater than 8. You can download 8.5 or 9 or 8. So I already have, that's why it is showing me Apache Tomcat 9.0. This is the latest version, that's why I am downloading the latest version of the Tomcat, that is V version 9.0. This is web dynamic module version. This is latest version. So I'm keeping this as it is, that is 4.0. After that, I am creating here a project name. I'm just writing one project name, that is, uh, I said, a first matic program. I can write any name here. Whatever name you people want to give, you can give that name to this and just say finish here. Here, after finishing, see, this is actually I already have lots of project. So here, a first matic program is created. Okay. See, after creating this Eclipse give me all these files. That is, this give me a Java resources. You can add a Java resources here. You can add JavaScript resources. Also, you can build something if you want to add external files. So we can build that, and they are giving a web content also. So when we want to create our first HTML page, we have to go here to the web content, just right click that and say new and open the HTML file. As you open the HTML file, he is asking for the file name. I'm giving my file name, first file name, as the index.html. Actually, there is specific reason to give the index.html. Why? Because index.html is a file which is first loaded in the application. As our application is started, as our project is getting started, a first file which is loaded in the program is index.html. That's why for the first file I always used to give index.html. So just say finish. As you say finish, this Eclipse give you this body. If you are using Notepad, then you have to write this total data. But when you use the Eclipse, it ready-madely give you this HTML structure. This is my HTML structure. So always remember, wherever you will write the HTML, you have to write this structure here. You have to write in this structural format. So this is my first line, that is doc type HTML. This first line indicate we are using the current version of the HTML. It means current version of the HTML is HTML5. So we are using the current version of the HTML, that is HTML5. We have lots of versions, that is HTML, HTML 2.2, HTML3, HTML4, but current version is HTML5, and we are using current version with the help of this line, that is opening bracket, exclamation mark, doc type HTML. Then this is the structure. We are adding all the HTML tag inside the HTML tag. That is, this is my opening HTML and this is my closing HTML. Always practice like this. Whenever you will open any tag, close the tag at the same time. Consider like I am opening here tag script. So close that tag at the same time. If Eclipse is by default closing that tag, if Eclipse is not supported to close a tag, close the tag at the same time. So like this, we will add inside the HTML, there is one tag that is called as, or there is one part that is called as head part. Inside the head, we will write a meta tags, we will write a title tag, we will write a script tag, we will add a links here, or we will add some attributes like this. If we want something should be before loading the page, so we all things we will add here in the meta tag, or we can say Inside the head tag, we will add the meta tag, and there we will add that data. Then next part is the body part. Body part is your actual web page. Whatever you want to display on your web page, we will add that in the body tag. So this is two parts of the HTML. One is head and second is the body. So what is use of the title tag? See here, if I am adding some title, that is I'm adding first, or I'm adding my HTML page. Okay, then script I'm not covering here. Then in the body tag, there are lots of the different basic tags are there. First basic tag, we have 6 heading tags. Like 6 heading tag is starting from the H1 to S6. So this is my first heading tag H1. Like this, we have the heading tags from H1 to S6. I'm just copy paste this. This is H2, H2. That is H3, H3, H4, H4, closing with H4, H5, close H5, S6, close S6. So this is my first 6 heading tag, and we have only 6 heading tag in the HTML. This is H1 heading, or this is, we can say, first heading. This is my second heading. This is my third heading. This is fourth one. This is fourth. This is fifth. And this is sixth. Like this, we have total 6 heading tag. After that, we have a P tag. P stand for the paragraph. Okay, paragraph means what? If we want to create a paragraph in our page, so we will write a data inside the paragraph. So consider this is para tag. We can insert paragraph or para data inside this, or we can write anything, any text here. I will create 2 paragraphs to make a difference. That is paragraph. When we use a paragraph tag, it will automatically create in the format of the paragraphs. So this is my second basic tag, that is the paragraph tag. I'm creating now. Just save this. I'm saving this. Now go to here, that is index.html. Right click on this and say run as run on server. This show me because I already have Tomcat server. If you don't have the Tomcat server, you have to download first and you have to integrate that Tomcat server in your Eclipse. I will show you how to integrate the Tomcat server in your Eclipse. Just a minute. See, this is my output. It will show me the output here only, that in the Eclipse in the second tab. I can see my output on the web page also. Just copy this link, Control C, and go to the browser. We can use any browser. I am using Chrome. Better to use Chrome because Chrome support the inspection also. You can debug also. For the JavaScript, we need that debugging and all those things. So Chrome support nice debugging. That's why I'm using the Chrome browser. Just enter that and see a same output is here. That is, this is my first heading. So H1 is a bolder, that is boldest heading. After that, smaller than H1. After, smaller than H2. Again smaller than H4. Much smaller, that is H5. And then a very small bolder tag is H6. Then we have paragraph. See, it will come in the different line automatically because we are creating in the format of the para. We are using here P, that is paragraph. So now how to configure the server? First, you can go to the window. From window, go to the show view. After show view, just click servers. After you click the server, like this panel is open here. I already have the Tomcat server. That's why it is seen here. That is my Tomcat version 9.0 server at localhost. But if you don't have this, so or if you are not integrated it, so this screen is blank. After that, you have to go here. Just right click on this screen, that is white screen, and say new. As you say new, here server tab is open. So just open this server tab. As you open this server tab, here this Apache is get selected by default, or if this Apache is not selected, so like this panel is appeared. So just go to the Apache and select the version, which version you have already downloaded. If consider you are downloading 8.5, then select 8.5. If you are downloading 9.0, so select 9.0. If you are downloading 8.0, so just select 8.0. I have 9.0 version, that's why I'm selecting the 9.0, and I have already added, that's why I will not add more. Okay, as you select this version name, that is 9.0, this window is appeared, that is host name is localhost and server name is this Tomcat, whatever version. If you are selecting 8.5, then version 8.5. If you are selecting version 8, then version 8.0, that server.localhost. If you are selecting 9.5, then 9.0. So like this server name is appeared here. After that, here there is one tab is open, that is server runtime environment. With here in this tab, you have to go to this. For the when you are installing or when you are deploying at first time, this is blank. Okay, this server runtime environment, this is blank. You have to go here, that is add. When you go here to the add, a Tomcat server, that is runtime environment, is open. This name is automatically appeared. You have to go here and you have to browse. Whenever you downloaded your that Apache total download, so just click on that folder, that is Apache Tomcat 9.0 or Apache Tomcat 8.5. Click on that folder, just click, just say select. I'm saying canceling because I already have. Just say select folder. As you select the folder, this window is appeared. Just say finish. After finishing, this server is deployed. Just say finish here also, and that's it. Your server is getting deployed. Or you can use, after deploying the server, you can run this application on server by right clicking this, right clicking run as, run on server. Clear? So this is about the like server deploying, and with the help of server deploying we will see like this message. Okay, after that, this is by my basic, as I told you. We can use the notepad also, and when we use the notepad we can save our notepad file. I will show you by using the notepad also. Okay, if starting if anyone struggle with deploying the Eclipse or deploying the server, they can practice on the notepad also. Just open the notepad here. Notepad, one second. Mm, if I already have notepads on there. Mm, just open the notepad. I am copy pasting my total code. You can write the code in the notepad like this. Just say save as. I am saving on desktop. You can save anywhere. Here, just save all the files and use any name here that I said matic demo dot htm. You can use this extension also, that is htm, or you can use extension html also. Both is fine. html, just say save. As you say save, here one file with a matic demo is created on the desktop. Just double click on this file and you will see your output. This is your output. If you want to open this file in notepad, right click there and say open in notepad. That is open with notepad. So as you say, open with notepad. This is opening. You can edit here. That is like I am adding again 2 paragraphs here. Just save that. Just say save. Just close. And again, just refresh this. See, this 2 paragraph is added. So we can use a notepad also. I am using Eclipse because I want you should practice on the Eclipse IDE only. So now I am covering the basic tags which I already given in my development. That is, we covered the paragraph tag, we covered the title. Actually, title. See, in the title tag, I am giving the title name is what? My one second, my html page. Okay, my title name is here what? My html page. So that title is appeared here, my html page. If I change this title, consider I am changing this title, my html pages. Just save and just say refresh. As I say here refresh, then my title is appeared here, my HTML pages. See, this is my HTML pages. Here also on the browser, same thing is appeared. Just refresh my HTML pages. See, like this is the use of title. If you want to give any title to your page, so we will use the title tag. To meta tag, if we want something on the load, actually for the static HTML we don't want to load anything in the starting. That's why now I'm not showing you what is the use of title. But if you want to load something in the starting, before loading all the pages tag, before loading the body, if you want to load something, so that we are giving in the meta tag, that is called as metadata. So that we are giving in the meta tag. After that, our heading we already covered, that is we have 6 heading. We already covered the paragraph. Now I come to the point, that is paragraph, break tag, div tag and span tag. So like we are dividing our total page in different paragraphs, we can divide our total page in different div. Div is what? Division. Div means we are doing division of our page. And inside the div tag, we generally use the span tag. That is called as the span is the inline tag. Inline tag means what? We can add a span inside the div. That's why it is called as the inline tag. Like here, I'm adding a div tag, that is div. Close that div tag. Div tag divide the total page in the different part. Here I'm writing inside div tag. I have to add the paragraphs. That is, I'm adding para here. Now I can use a center tag for the paragraph if I want my paragraph should appear in the center. So this is my formatting tag, that is center/center. This is my center paragraph. Okay, so like this I can add many things to this. Just save and say to refresh this. See, this my total content is appeared in the center. Or we can add the alignment also, and that alignment is add with the help of CSS. I'm not starting CSS, that's why I'm not use the align tag. Or I can show you how to do that. I can use like this, style equal to, in my double quotes, align, or I can say text align, colon, left, right, or center. This is also possible. If you want your text should be in the left, HTML inside the HTML tag there is no kind of left tag, no kind of right tag. We just have one tag, that is the center tag for the formatting. For other things we have to add like this styling, which we will cover in the style part. This is about the styling. Now inside the div, if I want, here we are seeing everything is created like paragraph inside a different. But consider if I want something with this paragraph. So I can use a span tag. That is span/span. Inside this span tag I am using, this is span tag. Just save, just go here, just say, see, this is in line with my paragraph. That's why span is called as the inline tag. Like there are many inline tags are there in the HTML. One of them is a span tag. Like we can add a breaks also. Consider if I want to add, this is my paragraph and I want to add a new lines. So I can add a break like this, br/br/. Like this break tag also can be added. As I say, as I refresh this, see here spaces is added. So that is with the help of new lines is added, that is blank line is added with the help of break tag. And break tag is not like this tag, okay, opening and closing. It is like a single tag, opening in the same and closing in the same, that is br space slash close. So like this also tags are there, that is called as a break tag. Now this is about the div, span, break. There are some tags like I already told you, formatting tag. Formatting means what? Like this. we are giving here formatting in the tag, that is my center. That is, this is I am formatted my text on the center. Instead of this, we have other, we can set the height, we can set the width of the tag also. So like as I told you, with the help of style is equal to a line, we can set left, right, or we can set height, width of the paragraphs also. Like I can set height here, GIGHT, height is equal to something that I can give. We can give height width in the pixels also, or we can give height width in a percentage also, like this 20%. Pixel means what? It will take a pixel. Our total screen, this screen is generally having the 2000, sorry, not 2000, 1024 pixels. Okay, so with that total 1024 pixel, this paragraph is taking 200 pixel. Width means what? A total width of the screen is 100%. Okay, and instead of that 100%, we are taking a width as a 20%. So this is also fine, that is defining in the percentage format, or this is also fine, that is defining in the like pixel format. Both is applicable. So this is all about the basic tag. Now how we are doing comment in the HTML. Okay, there is only one type of comment in the HTML. Comment means what? We are commenting tag. Like if I don't want to show that total heading from H1 to H6, so I am using like this comments, and I am commenting this total, this tags, that is from H1 to H6. So this is my comment. This is comment. Okay, or I can write here like this. This is my comment tag. One second. This is my comment tag. Okay, so in this way we can commenting total code. Now if I save this and I go to this, now there is no H1 to S6 is available. See, there is no H1 to S6 is available because I'm commenting that. If I remove this comment from here, just remove, just save, your total heading is available. Okay, so this is all about our basic tags. Now I will give us some theoretical background. That's why I'm going to my PPT. That is, as I already told you, we can save the page with the help of HTML or with the help of HTML also. Next, HTML editor, like we can use any ID for the HTML. There are in the market, there are lots of ID, like we can use Visual Studio ID, we can use IntelliJ ID, we can use for the normal HTML, we can use a notepad also, we can use Eclipse. So in market there are many IDs available. You can use any ID for the debugging purpose. So this is a basic tag, that is my title. This is my first tag in the head. So today we will cover the head tag. Inside the head we have title. Inside the head we have the meta tags. Inside the head we have the other tags like a script tag, link tag. Script tag we are using to add the JavaScript. Link tag we are using to add the CSS. That is, CSS is used for the styling purpose. So we will add that styling in the CSS with the help of our tag, that is a link tag. So one thing is that the HTML is not case sensitive. You can write a title like this, that is a capital title, or we can write a title like this, that is small title, or we can write a title like this also, that is first letter is capital and rest is a small. So HTML is not case sensitive, but generally for like we can say this is uh, we can say nominations are there, like we will always use the small case uh, tags, like my all tags should be in the small case, like body should be small body, my head should be small head. So I always use like this. Then this is all about this like color. I can add a different color text also with the help of my color tag, that is like this. I can add a body. This is my formatting PG color. If consider I want to add like this color to my total body, so I can write here my BG color means my background color is this, or this is what, this is we can say color formatting, or we can use instead of this code I can use just one color name also, like I am using red color. Just save that. Now your total background is in the red color. Okay. So like this background color we can use, or consider I'm using only color here. So my color is red. So one second, control Z. With the help of, instead of this color, we can use the formatted, we can say codes also. Now how to use the code? Go to here, Google. Inside to Google, just type a color picker. Color picker. As you tap here color picker, this color picker is open. So whatever shade you want, if you want orange, light shade, uh, yellow shade, inside yellow shade, if you want a green shade like this, a different green shade, if you want this blue shade, just copy this. Here, see, this is a code for this color. Which color? This color. Okay, this is my picked color. I can vary this color also with the help of shade, and see my code is getting changed here. As I vary this, my code is again changed here. So this is RGB format. This is code format. Generally, we will use this code format for the color picker. So see here, this is my pink color. I want a bright pink, so I'm taking like this color. Just copy this from here and used here. Just save and refresh. See, this color is appeared. Here, instead of this color, I can use a pink also, but it is not a perfect shade which I want. Okay, it is like this pink. Or I can use a dark pink also. This is also preferable. Sorry, control Z, control S. See, it is appeared in the dark pink is almost a red for this. So like this we can use a color name if we want specific color, or if we want a particular color, so you can use from here. Just copy this code and just paste this code here. See, particular color is appeared. So like this also we can use a color picker. We can change a text color also with the help of style. We can change the background color also with the help of BG color. for a bg color property or bg color attribute, we can say. So like this, if you want to change any link color also, we are not inserting any link tag. That's why I'm not changing the link color. So what is this color? This color mainly, as we already, we all know, we have main three colors only. That is RGB. R is for red, G is for green, and B is for blue. And this all colors is a combination of that RGB. That's why we can use the RGB also, our color code like this, which I shown here. This is RGB format. For this color, we can use like this RGB format also, or we can use this color code also. One second, like this RGB, the foundation, body, 1 second, we are moving. Like this, there are many colors. RGB format is like this, 0. It is going from 0 to 255. Anything between 0 to 255 is my RGB triplet. It can be first blue 0 or first red 0, second green 255, or third blue 55, or any combination of the RGB. For black, just remember this, for black we have total 00000 as my hexadecimal code, or my 000 as my RGB format. As for white, I have 111 total, that is 255, 255, 255 my RGB format, and 1111, that is FFFF, that is 6 times F as my code format, that is my hexadecimal format. And all the formats are between that, from 000 to 255, 255, 255. Then if I want to change the text color, so I can use like this, a text and my color format. So consider if I want a text color is text is equal to, my color should be of the text is red, and I'm making my background as white, or I can use here text color is black, actually is a by default, red. Just save this and just see this, my total body is in the red format. Or I can apply the specific if I want this BG color should apply to only this div, so I can apply that also. Like this, I'm just removing this BG color from here and just paste here. So background color is for this div is right. Like this, we can apply the different tags at or different formatting. If I want this text should be in different format, like I want this is in the black, so just save, just save. Now here, see, this is not appeared in the black. Why? Because for total body I am applying the red, that's why. So like this, we can use a different text, we can change the color, we can change the background color of the body in this format. We will, for body, we will use the BG color here, BG color equal to something, and for changing the body text, we are using the text. I'm using this format, that's when copying this, Control C and Control V. Just save. This is about my color picking. Then paragraph headings, we already covered all those things. That is how to give the paragraph and how to give the heading. Then break also, like we are using a break is a, see here A line break allows you to decide where text will the break the line. If we want inside the paragraph also a break tag, then also we can give inside the paragraph also we can give the break tag like this. If consider I want break here, after this I want a break, so I just insert / here, just save and just refresh. See, this is my para and it is get break. Where is my this? This is my para and it get break and this line is come appeared in the next line. So consider if I want a more break, like I want a two blank line or one blank line also. So just save, this blank line is appeared here. So like this we can insert this break inside the other elements also or inside the other tags also. That is break, that's why it is called as break also is the inline tag. So now inline tag means is what? If we are using that tag inside the other tags, so that tag is called as the inline tag. That's why break is also a inline tag. Like break is empty element, meaning that it may contain the attribute but does not contain the any content. Okay, this is here inside the break you can't write any content like this in between opening the break or closing break. You can't write anything content kind of like this is break. We can't write anything like this. We just use that as an empty element. Then we can add the horizontal line also with the help of HR tag. Like consider after this paragraph, after this para, I want in by before starting, I want one line. So I will just use the HR slash. See, this horizontal line is added here. So like this horizontal line is also added with the help of HR tag. This is my HR tag, like horizontal rule, or we can give the size, width, alignment, color to my horizontal line. This all is permitted. So we can give the height or we want a bolder kind of we can say horizontal line, so I can give the width to my horizontal line. This is also possible and all those things. Now character formatting, we already see how to format the character, that is how to change the color and how to change the things. Like yeah, this is also a some tags that is we will use with the inline. If consider this is my we can say paragraph. Okay, this is my one paragraph. I am creating one more here only. This is my paragraph and I want a some letter should be bold in the para, and I want one letter should be bolder in the paragraph. So I will just use the bold, that is B. B stand for the bold. If I want something should be in the italic format, so I will just use I tag, that is I stand for italic, like this. If I want something should be in the underline, uh, like it should be underlined, so I will just use the U tag, that is underline tag. Just save this and go here. Actually I'm removing this BG color and all. Okay, control X, and here in the comment I will write this, okay, for your reference. So you can use like this. If you want to apply on whole body, just refresh. See, this is my paragraph. Okay, I want this para in the bold, so I am using here B tag, that is bolder tag. I want this letter in the italic format. That's why I'm using here I, that is italic. If I want some letter should be underlined, so I am using this underline. Here it is not restriction to add only one letter. You can add total para also in the bolder format, or you can add 4-5 letters also, like this. Control Z. One second. Not inside. Control X. I want this para tag should total in the bolder, so I can add that also. Like what happened? I already commented this. Control X or Control V, Control S. Okay. See, this total para tag is appeared in the bolder format. So like this, we can add 2-3 lines also. Like I want total this para should be underlined. So I can write here Control X. This is para tag. I am underlining this total. This is para tag. So I am adding this inside the underline. So see, this is underline is added here. So like this, you can add the underline. You can add the we can say uh, italic format. You can add a bold, that is with the help of B. We will adding the bolder format. Now I want to add some color to my font. So I can add like this. This is also instead of para, you can add this tag also for the font. Like this is my font tag, and this font tag having the color, some color, any color you can add. Here I am adding this inside my, this is my another tag, that is font, and I am adding some color here, and that color I am adding, I am taking from the color picker. This is my color picker. I am taking this color. Or Control C. I like this. Just paste, save, just refresh. See, this is added. Okay, why it is coming underlined? Oh, I'm not closing this underline here. That's it. See, this is my text and it appeared in the different color, and in this way we can give the color to the text with the help of color is equal to this. And with the help of style, actually generally I am not focusing much on the styling format, because we will apply the total styling in our page with the help of CSS, that is with the help of style. So this is about my bold, italic. If I want if I want sub, that is if I want a subtitle kind of thing. So I can give sub also like this. One second. If I want this should be in the sub, so I can use sub here, slash sub, then just see insert. I'm doing to insert. Okay, this, see, this is coming in the down. If I use super, so it is coming like above that. So consider I'm using super for para, so it is come under above. Just refresh. See, this para is going to super. So like this we have a sub and super also, that is below, or if I want something should be power of something, so there we will use the sub and super. If I want to display 2 to the power 4, so I can display that 2 to the power 4 in this way, that is inside the para slash p, I will use a sub tag, that is sub slash sub here 2 to the power 4, consider. So I am using superb, and then I said superb 2 to the power 4. So just save that and just refresh. So see, this is 2 to the power 4 is appeared here in this format. So like this, there are many formatting tags. We can embrace something word with the help of EMP. So this is also one tag is there in the format. Pre, that is pre-formatted. If we want something should be pre-formatted, so we will use a pre tag like this. What is the use of pre tag? We will see that mono control Z, not here. We will use with this insert a pre tag, that is pre and slash p. Just save that. With the second line insert we are using that C. It is pre-formatted. If you want something should be in the pre-formatted format, so we will use pre. We will use EMP also with this, that is EMP, that is my slash MP para. So like this, there are many different tags are there for the formatting. One second. Sorry, it is 1 second. Entry is in. So this is C. This is also appeared in the different style. So EMP is what? Browser usually display this as a italic. Actually, there is a slight difference between italic and EMP. Both appeared in the italic format only. See, I am giving to the para. That para is appeared in the italic format only. But when we use italic, so it is somewhat italic is more tilted than the emphasis. So like instead of bold, we can use the strong also. So there is a slight difference between bold and strong. Here I am doing this as a bold. Now this is, I can use a strong also for this. Or instead of this, I am creating two more paragraphs and there I will use a strong and bold. That is inside the bold, that is slash B, slash B, this is my bold, and same I can use, what happened, okay, 1 second, strong slash strong, okay. This is bold tag and this is strong, this is strong tag. What happened here? This is appeared. Anything else? It is showing me this kind of error. P slash P. What is that? Error. They are not showing any kind of error here. Okay. Control X. Consider I'm adding this here. Then okay. No problem. Div tag. Just refresh. See, this is my bold and this is my strong. Both appeared almost same. Okay, so you can use the bold also or you can use the strong also. Or same, we can use the I also for the italic, and the same way we can use the EM also for the emphasis. Both work is same. For the citation also we will use SITE, citation. For the Tile type also we will use a TT. Tile type is one monospace kind of font. For all those things we will use TT. We can use site. So this is different formatting elements are there. Different formatting tags are there. See, bold, paragraph, size. We can give font size. We can give font color. Both is possible. Alignment, like as I already told you, that center we can give like this, center in the center. Align, we can give align is equal to value to div. Here I am using one div. This is my div, and instead of this div I will create one more div here. What is the problem with this div actually? When I give like this, one second, control Z. No, Z, control Y. Okay, control Y. Now if I add here one more div, okay, so after the paragraph I am adding div, and then I am closing that. So inside this div I am adding some paragraphs, that is, or inside this div I just add some data. This is my div tag, okay, and here I can write a align value. Align is equal to left, consider. This is a left. I have to write right. Actually by default it is left only, so I am writing right. So just insert C. This data is appeared in the right hand side. I can give here color also. Color is equal to any color, like I am giving a red. So see, it's not saved. Oh, sorry, I can't write like this. I have to give that inside the font tag. Font, then I have to complete this font tag, and here I have to give that color is equal to red. Just see, this is in the red color. So like this we can use the alignment and different tags. Table, we will cover table tag tomorrow, and we will see how we are designing table. Now for today we will cover lots of tag. I will just revise one by one in last 5 minutes. We are covering the heading tags, that is from H1 to H6. That is, this is my total heading tag. After that we will cover the paragraph, that is P tag. Inside the paragraph we can make a paragraph, or inside paragraph we can use the break also. Inside the paragraph we can use a bold kind of tag, we can use a strong kind of tag, we can use italic tag, we can use emphasis tag, or we can use the underline tag. So there are different formatting like side tag, sub, superb, super, subtitle, super title. Like this many tags are called as inline tag, which is we can use with inline with the other tag. I'm showing that in the paragraph. You can use that tags in the heading also, you can use that tag in the div also, or you can use that formatting tags in the span also. You can use anywhere. I'm showing you that in the paragraph. Then we will see how to align our text to the center, how to align our text to the left. Left is by default. How to align the text in the right. How to give the color with the help of color red. We will see font tag also, like if we are specifying the color to the any tag or to the any line, we will do that with the help of font color is equal to red, like this. In HTML, we for the alignment we just have the center tag. We don't have any left tag or we don't have right tag. If you want to do alignment in the right or left, we have to use align is equal to right or left, and this is not applicable to the paragraph or anything. It is applicable to div only. Okay, like you can't write align is equal to right in the paragraph. Like this is not supported. If I write align is equal to right and then I go here, see. Okay, so like this is also supported in the HTML. Then we will use the subtitle, super title. So this both is fine. After that we will see how to apply the background color to total page. If I want total page background color should be something else, so we can use that with the help of PG color. How to take the colors from the color picker, that also we will see. Just type a color picker in the Google and we can just copy any code from that color picker, or we can use the hard coded color also, like red, green, blue, white, any color, gray. If you know hard coded value of that color, so you can use that hard coded value also. Aqua color, like this, dark aqua, light gray, dark gray, like this also all supported by the HTML. Or better to always use the specific color code because it gives you a particular color which you want. So this much we are covering in our first lecture: how to create the project, how to run our application in Eclipse, and how to set up the server. This is all about my first lecture. If you have any question on this, so you can WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is already in the group. Name is Pranita. So you can WhatsApp me or you can email me also. Tomorrow I will share you one link. A same timing will be there. I'm talking in the my IST 6 to 7:30 p.m. Sorry, AM. And I think that is yours. So I don't remember exact. You people is in IST, right? I think that is yours 7 to 8:30, right? 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So this is all about. So good night to all. I'm ending the meeting, and Sabine will share you total recording of the this meeting, and I am giving the like I can allow the recording at your end also. So whoever will be doing the recording, just save that and share in the WhatsApp group, or you can share that link here only. Okay. Good night all. Bye.